this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And here's Lewis. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Rodgers now on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here's Lewis. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. So tight end, it's a position in flux. But that's a nice grab there to pick up the 1st down.
Here's McDonald to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And he'll decide to keep this once more. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play action. It's McDonald. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Hill going to keep it on the option, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Wants to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here's Lewis. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, but it'll be second down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here's Lewis. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 21-0 our score after one. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Open man, here's Cobb. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. To throw, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers get a score closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And here's Kamara on the read option. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go play action with McDonald. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hill with a give to Kamara on the option. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Chris Barnes there on the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun, McDonald. They'll get this out to Kamara. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to face a third down.
And how about for Alvin Kamara? Another great year that he's coming off of as an all-around player, but especially as a pass catcher. 81 receptions each of his first 3 NFL seasons. Last year added 2 more to finish with 83, the most by any running back in the NFL. An awfully dangerous man in the open field.
Throwing is McDonald. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Chris Jones, the all-pro defensive tackle, there to make the play defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he is going to have the Packers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
With number 6, brings up 2nd and 4.
Rodgers to throw once more. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
A check down here to Jones. And he is going to have the Packers' first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
The first down pass. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now Rodgers setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Throw complete to the Taylor Tunyon.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here's Lewis.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
It's caught by Funchess. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
A final shot before break. McDonald. He's got Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
McDonald sets to throw.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Now it's the backup Winston. A throw over the middle, caught by Bryant. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Jameis to throw it. And he's got his target, Harris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He's going to keep this again. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here's Lewis. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second down, it's Jones. They find some open field here. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 66 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. And that's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here's McDonald to throw.
And this throw will be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Now it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Jones running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Here's Rodgers. Funches has it complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Got a man. It's Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
You think about the strong safety position, and they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
On second and goal, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers!
Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throwing on second and 14. Hill. Here's Fuller with a catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And here's Kamara on the read option.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Will Johnson for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will get the lead up to 14.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one.
Pass complete, Tonyan.
Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First down.
And again, it's Rodgers. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's 2nd and 9. Winston here to throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hill with a give to Kamara on the option. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he's across the 40.